Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moletrap here, coming at you with another StarCraft commentary. And there we have Zero on our screen right now, and we can do a cool fade effect over into Mini on our screen as well. This is a match between Zero and Mini. Zero, aka Queen. It goes by Queen nowadays. And this is a match from 2012 from the Pro League, as you can see right there. And you can see it says StarCraft 2 on the Pro League, right? So this is an interesting game. This is from the waning days of the Kespa era when they were trying to do a combined StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2 Pro League. So the team games would have like, StarCraft 1 game, StarCraft 2 game, StarCraft 2, and it was the same teams. Sometimes the same players would play at both games. Actually, I don't know if they ever did that in the same match, but I mean, a lot of the StarCraft 1 players were trying to play StarCraft 1 and 2 at the same time, which of course meant that they couldn't really focus on one or the other as well. So it's kind of an interesting situation. But anyway, so this is from, I believe, May of 2012. So this game is not very old, man. It's less than 10 years old, this game. Most of the ones we watch are like 10, 15 years old. So, excuse me. Anyway, this is an interesting game because we got this as a match between two players that are now going to be going up against each other in the ASL semifinals. A couple days from now, they're going to be playing in the semifinals in a best of 5 to see who goes to the ASL finals, and that'll be an interesting match. It's kind of cool to see both of these players represent kind of different situations, but I think it's always fun to go back and kind of look at like the players who are strong now, how are they doing then, and vice versa. And excuse me. And so this is kind of a cool matchup to where we can see Mini and Zero, who have had different paths. So it's interesting because Zero in 2012 was one of the top Zerg players. He had a silver in the 2011 ABC Mart MSL, and he got into the semifinals once or twice other times in this period. Very, very strong Zerg player. Almost got to the finals of the TVing OSL. The last one, or was that the last one? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, whatever the last one was, Zhongbi barely beat him out in the semifinals to get to those finals, which he eventually won, obviously. So, and right off the bat, by the way, we got something very different for PVZ in 20. This would be like actually kind of normal to get a gateway first in 2021, and specifically in October of 2021. I think even 6 months ago it wouldn't have been normal, but now it kind of is. But back in 2012, this was a very strange build, and to go for a second gateway, of course, means he's going for some kind of an early rush here. So he's going to be putting on a lot of pressure here. The gateway's in his base, though, so that if it does backfire, I think he can try and hold his ramp or something like that. We'll see how this goes. But anyway, just to touch on these players a little bit more real quick. So Zero, extremely strong player in 2012. In 2021, probably the strongest Zerg player. He's won the ASL twice. He got to the semifinals last time, and he might get to the semifinals, or he's in the semifinals again now. So, 4 top 4s in a row. 2 of them were winning positions. Is really, really strong. Whereas Mini is considered to be one of the top few Protosses right now in 2021. But back then, he was just kind of a scrub Pro League player. He only ever played in about 15 televised games. Let's see, look, almost 30, 20 or 30 games or something like that. So, but he still just wasn't a very, very strong player. And here we have some Zealots coming across the map. Zero has spotted it, by the way. And we're going to see how he can respond to this. His spawning pool's up. He's starting to make Zerglings. I think he might even need to make a sunken colony, actually. But he's not doing anything like that. He looks like he's determined just to fight this off with sheer Zerglings. He may not fully comprehend the danger that he's in. He may not know that it's 2 gateways. But I think now he has to know. If he didn't before, I didn't see exactly how much he spotted of these units coming across the map. And so now we have Zealots coming in here. He is trying to make a creep colony in his main. He's going to try and make a sunken colony there. He's fighting with drones, glitches out the Zealots very well with the drones in order to fight them off pretty well. And it is going to force those Zealots back, but there's no colony in the natural. He could kind of, well, I don't know if it's like easily, but he could take out that natural at some point pretty quickly. if he get a chance to start hammering away with the Zealots. More Zealots streaming in here as well. And Zero, again, fighting with just Zerglings. He's running some some Zerglings out though, and is he gonna try and he's gonna try and intercept some of these Zealots coming out, but he doesn't want to fight directly unless it's several Zerglings on just one or two. And now, but I think a run by and a counterattack might be the play, and I think this is why he might have set up his gateways on top of the ramp so that he can put it two on the ramp and block a counterattack. Zero is trying to defend this natural expansion though. It's gonna go down. There's no chance of saving it. He's gonna try to anyways though. The drones have come out to drill onto the Zealots, but the Zerglings engage before the drill happens, but they do a lot of damage. Some of those Zealots were softened up from earlier battles, and he takes most of them out. Oh my gosh, Zero is an absolute god of StarCraft. Manages to fight off those Zealots. For now, there's more incoming though, and he's actually, this wasn't even completely all in with the Zealots. He's followed up with tech. He's actually going to robotics facility now as well. So super hardcore pressure, forcing so many Zerglings and even a sunken colony out of Zero, and he's going to follow up with a robotics facility tech. If he gets a Reaver in when there's no sign of any Scourge or anything like that with a shuttle, it'd be pretty amazing. He is going to be able to kill off all of these Zealots. Lots of Zerglings left over as well. It wasn't even close in the end. But again, this is maybe part of the calculus of Mini, is forcing Zero to really use a lot of resources. He's not making almost any drones because he was making so many Zerglings. And actually, I didn't realize he had a third base up in that side there. So Zero, if he can recover from this here, is in a really strong position with 3 bases to 1, but he's still very low on the drone count, and we can see that on the supply count, by the way. Zero, if you're looking at the bottom right, Zero's on the right and Mini's on the left, so they're both almost even in supply. And we do have a shuttle being made along with the robotic support base, so we can get a flying shuttle, a Reaver flying across the map as soon as possible. What is Zero gonna do here? He's still rallying he's still popping out more Zerglings, ladies and gentlemen. He is looking to kind of counter out. Look, he's not even mining gas. He's like kind of all in counter attacking here. But the Zealots on the ramp are so strong. He's even got Dragoons over here. I'm not sure why those Dragoons are there actually instead of at the ramp. Maybe to block Overlords from running in to scout what's going on is actually probably the main thing here. Okay, he's made 1 drone at that third base, but and it looks like, yeah, more drones popping out. So it looks like he says, okay, I was gonna all in this, or kind of counter all in it. Maybe all in isn't the right word, but do a strong counterattack. And oh, is he gonna ferry? Is he gonna elevator his Dragoons down? Is that what's going on? Is that why the Dragoons were over there? Because I don't know if the Reaver's quite out yet. Yeah, so he is getting some units out of his main base, trying to sneak them off to the side, but Zero spots it. He's been running around, and he's gonna catch those Zealots and corner them. At least if the Zealots can get against that wall and get into like a little nook, they can have a little bit better surface area, but Zero baits them out and is gonna get a good surround on them. So those Zealots are gonna go down pretty quickly. Nicely done. Now he's gonna go ahead and load up. Is he continuing to elevator? Is that a Dragoon and 2 Zealots? He's gonna try and get to the low ground? No, the Dragoons are still on the high ground there. So now this is Zealots and a Reaver in that shuttle. He's going to try and make his way across the map in order to do some significant damage. And again, Zero has been so slowed down that there's no way he's going to be anywhere near a Spire attack. He does have a Hydralisk Den, but he can't just get like 2 Scourge and wipe out that shuttle because he's so far behind in that sense. And he looks like Mini moving down the ramp as well here. Very interesting situation. The shuttle is, where is the shuttle actually? Maybe, oh, he gets some Zerglings in. He moved down the ramp. I don't know why he moved down the ramp, to be honest, but he did. I guess he was trying to secure his expansion so he could expand behind this pressure. But in the meantime, the Reaver is in the main, and this is what I was thinking before. That hatchery is so low from before he saved it. But a couple Scarabs, only 1 Scarab, and the Zealot's going to finish it off. A second Reaver pops out in the main, which is going to help him defend against these Zerglings. It looks like he got several probe kills, or at least a few probe kills though. So now doing some significant damage. Zero losing that natural expansion. Oh, and the Hydralisk, it managed to glitching out as it dies, as it pops out. And oh, he cannot lose. Oh, nice Scarab hit. Only kills 1 Hydra though with the retreating. He was retreating with it, so he didn't take full damage on all the Hydras. He's going to be forced to fight to guard his third now. If he loses that third hatchery, it's going to be over, I think, because even though he has that second hatchery in his natural expansion, it's not up against the minerals. It's going to be hard to actually mine from that location, and Mini will I think have too much of an advantage here. Shuttles, is that shuttle speed? It's hard to tell because it's kind of moving a little bit slowly. Anyway, This shuttle is just rampaging though. He's been popping out a lot of Hydralisks, but it's been so difficult for Zero to actually get up near that shuttle and pick it off. This Reaver is by itself, but it's very strong even by itself. 11 kills on that Reaver, by the way. There's that second Reaver just chilling in his main. And yeah, with no Spire and with the shuttle there, with the speed shuttle there, he could kind of just completely control everything with this one Reaver. It's kind of amazing. So his natural is completely shut down. He even loses that macro hatch, and oh, he's gonna lose it right now. Oh, that was close. Nice control by Mini. So good, saving the Reaver and saving the shuttle. The shuttle speed's coming in so clutch there, so important. 16 kills on this Reaver now. It's been just firing so many Scarabs. It's forced to kind of use them as it makes them a little bit slower fire rate. And it looks like Zero has lost that third base on the left side as well, I think. No, it's survived. I'm not sure why it survived, honestly, because there was a couple Zealots pounding away there. Maybe he must have spawned some more units and they fought it out with the Zealots. I'm not sure. He's going to come in here. He's going to try and take out the Reaver. He does take out the Reaver. Where is the shuttle? Did he send the shuttle back to pick up the other Reaver? He sent the shuttle back to pick up the other Reaver. And in the process, he does lose that Reaver. But it went out with almost 20 kills under its belt. It's a hero Reaver right there. Anyway, now we have Hydras trying to kite these Zealots, trying to do some damage here. Zero does have that expansion still at the left side, so if he can recover, he can theoretically get some drones over there and start mining a little bit normally, because Mini is still only on one base. Very little economy. No, he polishes off the hatchery, just as I was saying that was his hope. He polishes it off, and now Reaver's coming in the back here in order to try and attack the drones. Oh no, and Zero can't run his drones anywhere. They got nowhere to go. There's no other bases for him to go to, so he's just not mining right now at all. And you can see on the supply count on the bottom right, Zero is now down 15 supply, which is, you know, it doesn't sound like a lot, but that means it's 50% supply lead for Mini. He's actually gone back with that shuttle, not just to pick up one, but to pick up 2 extra Reavers. This is dire for Zero. He's gonna have to pull off some kind of a miracle to actually pull this back right now with one base and a handful of Hydras. Or Mini could, if Mini makes some kind of a mistake and he's able to catch the shuttle with both the Reavers in it or something like that, that would be his way of coming back. I guess that would be miraculous. Even though Mini is not a super strong player in 2012, he is a pro gamer. He is being put out by his team in the Pro League, so it is possible that he could pull off something like that. Zero coming in, last-ditch effort. This is his last chance to try and go for it. He picks out the shuttle. He picks off one of the Reavers. He's going to maybe get that other Reaver as well, but no, the other Reaver survives, and the ground army is completely untouched as well. So Zero forced back into his main. You can see on Mini's face there, he had it was a little bit of a moment of triumph, but he was taking a deep breath. He didn't want to celebrate too early. There's the GG. Mini, the scrub player for STX Seoul, taking out one of the strongest Zergs on the planet in 2012 for his team. Very, very nicely done. And wow, and that's kind of funny to think about, because like you know, we're doing this as a little bit of a preview for the ASL, and it's kind of a similar situation, I guess, where Mini is a little bit up and coming as a Protoss player in the ASL, and Zero is, like I said, dominant. He's won 2 of the last 3 ASLs. He even got to the semis last time, and so he's Zero's super strong. Mini, though, is also considered to be one of the top Protosses right now, although he did show some weaknesses in his, you know, games against Light. Anyway, and you know, Zero's coming off wins against Protoss players in his round of 16 as well. So it's, anyway, Zero looking really strong, but Mini is a contender, and you can see even in this old game that someone who is not favored can still pull off a good strategy that was not expected and actually win the game. And that's actually how Mini wins a lot of the time, is his strategic play has been really, really good the last couple seasons. His ability to really optimize his build, super strong, and punish players for not taking advantage of his greed, has been super strong. So we'll see if Zero can stand up to that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. That's kind of fun, like I said, to watch these old games between players that are going to be playing soon. ASL games are on the 24th of October, I think, between these two guys. So, but then again, there will be, you know, I don't know how long it takes for Tastoses to put out there. Hey, look, there's a match. There's one of the Tastoses couple Tastosis matches linked in the in my related videos after watching this. Anyways, in any case, hope you, I can't talk right now, so I'm just gonna stop the video. GG, thanks for watching.